Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetjuice.com and today we are going to do the full review of Nokia Lumia 720, which is a budget Windows phone which comes for a price of around 18 to 17,000 Indian rupees. First of all, talking about the physical design of this phone is again quite nicely designed from Nokia. They have actually done a pretty good work. They have given the phone rounded edges which makes it pretty comfortable to hold. If you actually take a look over the back cover, matte finish in nature, and it does give you a quite premium look. If you take a look at the back side, you have a nice Nokia branding over here, and if you take a look over the display is again pretty good. It is an IPS LCD display with a resolution of 480 into 800, and this resolution looks fairly good on this particular size. The size of the display is 4.3 inches, neither too big nor too small. It gives you a pixel density of 217 pixels per inch, and if you take a look over the display very closer, you won't see any pixelation of the text which is there. The text and the icons are looking very nice even if you take a look over this display from a closer point of view. Now, as far as the build quality is concerned, Nokia has actually used very good quality of material while actually manufacturing this phone. It gives you a very nice grip when you hold it into your hand. It also feels quite premium when you hold it. Apart from it, if we talk about the weight of this device is around 128 gram, which is again fairly light, and it doesn't feel heavy at all. Talking about the display, especially the glass, the front side of the phone is made up of glass, and it is Corning Gorilla Glass 2, so it is again quite scratch resistance as well as fingerprint proof to some extent. It will not get scratches very easily. If you scratch this particular glass surface with a knife, it will not get the scratches very easily, and the fingerprints which you will notice on the screen will be minimal as compared to the other phones. Now, talking about the hardware and the dimensions, first of all, the dimensions, the phone is around 9mm thick. On the back side, you have these sections for the dock connector in case you want to dock this phone with the dock connector, which comes from Nokia. You have the loudspeaker over here. You have the 6.7 megapixel camera over here, and with an LED flash over here. On this side on the right, you have the dedicated camera shutter key, the power and sleep key, the volume rocker, which is a single button. On the top, you have the slot for the SIM card, and it will accept a micro SD SIM card. This is how the tray will look like, so you will need to cut your SIM if it is a normal size SIM card. Here you have the 3.5mm audio jack. On this side you have the micro SD card slot, and again it has a tray, and this is how the tray will look like. You can insert a micro SD memory card up to 64 GB maximum, which will be supported on this device. On the front you have the earpiece. Here you have the front camera, which is a 1.3 megapixel camera, and again it is capable of recording videos at 720p. Whereas if we talk about the back camera, it is again capable of recording video at high definition at 720p resolution at 30 frames per second. So you can record video at high definition resolution both from the back camera as well as from the front camera at 30 frames per second at 720p. And inside the back front glass, you see some, if you can notice, there are some proximity sensors over here. And for those who would like to know more about the camera, so the camera on this device has a sensor size of 1/3.6, and again this phone also has the clear black display like the previous phones which we have seen from Nokia. Talking about the processor, this phone has a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. The model number is MSM8227, which you see on Nokia Lumia 520 as well, and is a 1 GHz dual core processor, and the GPU on this device is Adreno 305. Now, as far as the software interface is concerned, you do have a stylish lock screen in which you will see the date, time, as well as any other events from your friends. If your friend birthday is coming, it will notify you over here, as well as you will see the unread email notifications directly on the lock screen. Now, as far as the applications are concerned, you do get some extra applications pre-installed. For example, you get the Big Flix application with which you will be able to watch movie trailers you will be able to watch some of the movies which are again will be streamed directly to this device through the Reliance Blinkfix network, and this device gets a free subscription of 3 months, so you can watch the movie trailers, the latest movie trailers and all the multimedia content on this device for 3 months for free. Apart from this, you also have Book My Show application pre-installed, which will allow you to book movie tickets, and then you have this application called Cosmopolitan, and then you have the other useful application which is a part of the Windows Phone 8 operating system, which is there on this device, that you get the hair drive and you also get the hair maps. So again, you can upgrade these hair drive and hair maps to the beta mode, so that you can actually use the experimental features which are right now available through these applications. Yes, you have the offline navigation possible with these applications, so you can download the maps already for a city and then you can use them without any internet connectivity required whenever you want to. The other application which we see pre-installed is the Hike Messenger application in case you want to use it. Then you have Nokia Care, with which you can actually contact the support. You have Nokia Glam Me, which is again a kind of an application which will optimize the camera to take some photos of yourself, so you can apply different effects and you can capture self-portrait shot. As far as the other lenses which come pre-installed with the camera application, you also have the panorama lens pre-installed, so you can take panorama shots out of the box with this device. And you also have photo beamer, with which you will be able to share the photos from the Nokia Lumia 720 with any device including a PC or a non-Windows phone as well, using the photo beamer service. Under About Phone, we find the operating system which is running on this device is Windows Phone 8, and this is the exact build version number. If we take a look over the storage, here we have the storage, and the default storage which is actually available to you out of the box is fairly high, because out of 8 GB of storage on this device you get 7.28 GB available, and out of which around 2.66 GB is actually used by the applications which come pre-installed. You also get the option to expand the storage using an SD card, although you won't be able to install any applications on the SD card on. Now, as far as the battery saver feature is concerned, you do have the battery saver feature on this device, which you can enable in case you are experiencing low or critical battery on this device. So this symbol will appear over here on the battery, which will indicate that the battery saver is on, and then it will display you the information that for how much time you will be able to use once you enable the battery saver. So for the estimated time, I can use this phone now for 7 hours. And you can also specify when the battery saver mode should be turned on automatically. Now, as far as backup of data is concerned, you do get the option of backing all the data, including the application list which you have installed on your device and the settings which you have configured with those applications. You can back up your text messages and the photos as well in the camera roll using this backup feature, and you can enable this. It will back up all the data to the SkyDrive storage. You get around 7 GB of free storage with this phone when you. Now, as far as the audio enhancement is concerned, you do get equalizer in this device, unlike Nokia Lumia 520 where you do not get equalizer, and you have some other enhancement options as well. It does support the Dolby surround sound as well, but that will only be through the headphones, not through the loudspeaker. And you can also adjust the volume of the device as far as audio is concerned. As far as internet sharing is concerned, you do have the option of sharing internet by creating a Wi-Fi hotspot. The feature which you get on this phone is Tap and Send, which allows you to share photos, website, contacts and other files using NFC with the other NFC capable devices. Now, as far as background applications are concerned, you can always specify some specific application which should be allowed to run in background. Whenever you press the back button, the application should not quit and it should be running in the background. For example, so here under advanced, you can specify which all application you would like to run in the background. Another useful feature which I see in Windows Phone 8 on this device is the wallet feature. If you use the wallet pin, it will allow you to protect the purchase of music, applications as well as in-app purchases, because they will be protected with the pin which any user will need to enter before they actually make a purchase. Now, as far as the SAR values are concerned, this product also complies with the Indian National SAR limit, and this is how the SAR values look like. The RAM on this device is 512 MB of RAM, and it is again fairly good to actually make the device responsive and fast enough while we are using it running different applications in the background. In case you want to actually see what all applications are running in the background, you have to tap and hold over the back button, and then you can see all these applications which are running in the background. You can switch in between applications like this, or if you want to kill any specific application, you just need to press back again and again, and you will be able to kill the application which you are running. Now, as you already told you that this device has an IPS LCD display and it is a clear black display, and let me just show you some of the photos so that you can actually evaluate the quality of the display. Here we have taken a photo again from the camera on this device, and this photo again, as you can see, is pretty clear and crisp, as well as the colors in the photo are looking pretty good. This photo has been taken in the evening and it is looking pretty good in terms of the overall clarity of the object if we talk about. And if you take a look over this photo at different viewing angles, you will be able to see what is there on the screen. Although the viewing angles are not very wide, but again they are pretty good. Now this is how the camera UI looks like. As you can see, you do have the option to do the video recording with a single tap. So you can tap over here, and then you just need to tap on the screen to start the recording. If we take a look over the lenses which you have pre-installed, you have the Nokia Glam Me pre-installed Smart Shoot, in which you can actually remove certain objects, certain moving objects basically, which you don't want to see in a photo. And then you have Cinemagraph, with which you can animate certain parts of the image, as well as you have Panorama and Bing Vision. So Panorama allows you to take panorama shot obviously, and Bing Vision allows you to actually scan documents and then convert the text from the documents. Under the photo settings, if we take a look, here we have the option to control the ISO. You can control the aspect ratio as well. So the default is 16:9. You can set it to 4:3, and you can also turn on and turn off the focus assist light. So in case you are not using the LED flash, this light will also act as a focus assist lamp, which will allow the camera to focus, and then it will take the photo without flash. And if we take a look over the video settings, under the video settings you have the option to record high definition video at 720p. Just take a photo with the camera on this device, which is a 6.7 megapixel camera, and let me just take a photo of this object. So as you can see, the focus assist lamp works to make sure that the camera lens focus the object, and this is how the object looks like. It is again, as far as the colors are concerned, the colors are pretty good in this particular photo, as well as the clarity of the object is also pretty good. I do see very little amount of noise. This is how the phone application looks like, and you have a dialer which looks like this, which has pretty big numbers to type. So let me just do a demo call to actually show you the clarity of the loudspeaker when you do a voice call with this phone.
Namaste from the service team at Airtel 121K.
So this is the maximum volume which you can hear right now from the loudspeaker, and the loudspeaker is over here. Now here we have the messaging application, and it again looks like any other Windows phone which you might have seen till now. And the keyboard is again pretty good in terms of the key size. I can easily type on this keyboard without any problem, without any issues. We never faced any problem while typing on this keyboard, although there is little amount of time which you will take to actually use to the keyboard layout. It is almost the same which you see on other smartphones as well, but there are little differences in terms of the layout of the key which we see over here. And as you can see, it also gives you the suggestions of the words as you keep on typing, so you can use these suggestions. If the continuous input is concerned, the keyboard on the Windows phone does not allow you to use finger swipe to type. Now let me just show you the browser performance on this device. This is something which I like about the address bar on this browser, is that the progress bar which we see over here is actually have the same color as the theme which we have applied, which is the yellow theme. And now it has loaded the website in the mobile phone format. As you can see, scrolling is quite smooth. There is no problem with the kinetic scrolling. Let me try pinch to zoom. Pinch to zoom is again pretty good, and the quality of the text as it is rendered is pretty good as well. So it is crisp and clear, and double tap to zoom works without any problem. And let me just try some panning. Panning is also pretty okay. There is no problem with the panning. Let's try to play a YouTube video within the web page. So here we have a YouTube video embedded within the web page, and let's try to play this video. Video is not playing within the web page, it is opening some other application on this device, and this is how it is playing right now. You can always watch the video in full screen, and let me see whether it is completely full screen or not.
Hey guys, this is Abhishek from...
So the video is right now running in full screen, as you can see, and there are no black bars above or bottom or on the side. One thing good which has happened recently to the Windows Phone platform is that Microsoft has come up with a YouTube application which will now be a native application which you can install on Windows Phone, and now you can actually watch videos within this native application, which is pretty good to use, as well as it allows you to track the latest subscription which you are following on YouTube. We tried playing high definition videos both at 720p at 1080p, and those videos were playing fine without any problem. As well as you can play the videos with the MP4 format or with the 3GP format as well on this device. As far as location services are concerned, you can use GPS navigation on this device. This device does support that with the help of assisted GPS again, and it does not have any LED for any notification, but it will give you some sound notifications whenever you receive an email or a message once you configure that. Now, as far as the benchmark scores are concerned, we just ran this WP Bench free utility, which is a popular utility for benchmarking Windows Phone, and this is how the scores looks like. And if we take a look over the scores are pretty impressive in terms of the CPU. When it comes to data, the memory read speed as well as the write speed are also quite high. The GPU acceleration frames, as you can see over here, again this score is also pretty good. As far as the benchmark scores are concerned, the device is pretty good. Now, for all those who would like to know whether this device supports OTG, none of the Windows Phone right now supports OTG. Maybe they will support in future. Now, as far as the battery life of Nokia Lumia 720 is concerned, I would like to say that the battery life of this phone is pretty good. It will last for you for more than 1 day. I have been using this device for like more than 2 months now, and I have used it as a primary phone. Lasts me for more than 1 day most of the time. Whenever I used to play some kind of games, or whenever I used to use much 3G data on this device, the battery backup was little bit less. Apart from that, the battery backup was pretty good, more than 1. And you cannot transfer apps to the SD card on this device, so you cannot install or transfer apps to the SD. I would like to say that the camera on this device is pretty good, and you can consider this phone as a budget Nokia Lumia 920 because it gives you a feel of 920. It is not very heavy like 920 again, which is a good thing, and the camera on this device is pretty good for taking low light photos. So the camera quality when it comes to taking low light photos is also pretty good. You can watch our camera review to know more. As far as gaming is concerned, I did play Asphalt 7 on this device, and I did not notice any heating on the device, especially at the back side of the device is concerned. It was pretty good even when I was playing that game for like more than 20 to 25 minutes. That's all from us as far as the quick hands-on review of Nokia Lumia 720 is concerned. We like this device. We would like to give a thumbs up to this device because this device is a budget segment Windows phone, and it has almost all the features which you would aspire to have in a Windows phone. Especially the camera is pretty good for low light. Secondly, the device is fairly light in terms of the weight, as well as the form factor of the device is also pretty good. So all these points make this phone quite a value for money kind of a device. We would like to recommend this device whosoever who would like to buy a Windows phone at a budget price point. Thanks for watching this video. Do let us know if you have any specific questions on this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below, or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.